There are a lot of opportunities from a federal tax perspective involved with the building and a construction project, and what we've seen is companies that get involved on the front end of a project just enhance their opportunities to maximize those benefits. There's really three areas that we focus on. One would be cost segregation, the second would be what we would call alternative energy, sustainability, and then the third would be repairs and maintenance.
I'm currently involved in about 4 or 5 different cost segregation projects, and it is amazing how much opportunity there is when you get in at the initial spend. There's decorative millwork that can be reclassified to a shorter life, which will optimize your tax position. There's a lot of electrical. Most recently, I'm working with a restaurant where they have a planter outside, and because it's a movable planter, you can actually take that from a 39-year life down to a 7 or a 5-year life. So for tax purposes, accelerating those deductions, significant opportunity, significant benefit to clients.
There are deductions with alternative energy or sustainability initiatives. Anything that results in energy savings or the use of alternative fuels versus fossil fuels. So you could have building lighting, you could have HVAC, the building envelope, you could have solar, wind, geothermal, anything that's alternative energy. There generally are credits or deductions related to that, and sometimes there are grants. When considering a large capital project, it's critical to look at the depreciation and the tax benefits that are associated with it on the front end of the project. There's so many benefits that can be gained by doing that, one of which is a lot of the information that you'll need when you ultimately have to file your tax return and do any kind of a cost segregation study. It's readily available on the front end of the project.
The way we can reposition and reduce tax lives often is based on the description of what's being done. And so if we have questions about whether or not this asset could be put on a shorter life, actually having the ability to talk to the engineer or construction person who is involved with that is huge. It's significantly more beneficial to do it that way than waiting a year and a half when they're gone and you don't have access to them and you just have a piece of paper with a couple of words on it.
If most clients go into this from a standpoint of, I don't have time to deal with this, it's not, not high on my priority list, it's a timing issue or whatever, but it is such a seamless process, and we've done so many of these studies. There's a tremendous value benefit for doing it, and it won't take much of your time as a client.